Selene Vazquez. I'm a second-year student here at the Honors College of this campus. I'm concentrating in Law and Society and Spanish. I'm a very active member of various different clubs at this campus and at the university-wide level. For instance, Spanish Club, Free Law Society, Honors College Ambassador. I'm actually going to be an owl leader for the incoming class next year, as well as I sit on the Senate. This is my second term. You guys have elected me for second year, so I appreciate that. Through the Senate, I have also worked at the UBAC, University Budget Appropriations Committee, and I've also had various different opportunities to create student jobs as well as financially support through the Senate's budget, various community events, as well as school events, for instance, TEDx for the second year this year. I also work for the Office of the Dean, and outside of school, I try to stay active, for instance.
I'm Matthew Tyler Merems. I'm an economics major here at the Honors College, and I want to be governor for next school year. That's pretty much it. I'm part of Senate. I've been part of UBAC this year. I've learned a lot through that process. I've learned a lot about how this school works and different pieces that connect in order to make this train work. That's pretty much it. I'm looking to use my knowledge that I've learned in order to provide a better family and a better community here.
My name is Euda. I'm an economics major at this campus, and I'm also minoring in history. And I want to be your governor because ever since the first day being at this campus, at the welcome back session and during orientation, I saw our former governor, Kadeen Ricketts, speak. And that's when I knew that I wanted to have this role, and that's when I started aspiring to be the governor. And that's why for the last 2 years, I've worked as the executive assistant and as the chief of staff this year to achieve this goal. And I've gained the skills, I've got the know-how, and now I want to work with you guys to make my visions for the MacArthur campus become our shared visions for MacArthur campus. Thank you. The biggest issue that I see on this campus is the lack of community. And not just community amongst Honors College students or residential students, but community for non-traditional students who go to the College of Education or the College of Arts and Letters. And these students have their headquarters at our campus, and I feel like they are severely underrepresented in student government. One way that I want to fix this issue is to reach out to commuter students and to non-traditional students where they're at, to have events at the education building, to have events like that are family style and less pertaining to residents or to the traditional college of 18 to 24 age group. So for example, a non-traditional student who is taking night classes and has a wife, a child, a family, wouldn't necessarily want to go to spring formal or to Halloween ball. These are great events that I know all of us residents enjoy, and I thank Program Board for putting them on, but we also need to take a look at the underrepresented majority of our campus. Because when we look at the numbers, there's 300 Honors College and residential students and 900 commuter students. That means that we are in a small minority, yet when you look at student government, when you look at the events that we put on, we're not representing this majority of our campus. The way that I want to do this is by creating more family-style events. Events that non-traditional students come out to are things like the faculty versus student softball game, things like the Carnival that are more family-style, that they can bring the kids to, that everyone can enjoy. And by doing this, I want to expand all of our networks. This isn't just a thing where I want to marginalize residential students and completely forget about them. I want to expand the community that we already have going on to include all of these 900 other commuter students so that we can all thrive together. Thank you.
The major issue that I've come across in my year and a half here at the MacArthur campus is there's a lack of communication between our student government and our student body. Our student government are the people that represent our student body. We're supposed to be the face that your opinion embodies. And I think what happens is there becomes this sense of voice coming from different places. And think about it, if you're sitting at a table speaking to one person, and 20 or 30 other people are telling you ideas, suggestions, ways to do things, you're obviously not going to be able to understand fully the point that's being said. What I want to do is unify the voice of our student body. There's an old American adage, united we stand, divided we fall. And I feel that that strikes deep in my heart with my student body. How I would do this is I would construct a public forum meeting once a month. All student government is mandatory, and the day would be scheduled on a day in which a majority of the student body would be able to be in attendance due to their scheduling. This way, opinions can not only be shared by student government to the student body, but also the vice versa, the other way around. I feel that it's great to get feedback from the people that you're helping and that you're trying to make their vision come true. These public forum meetings would also give student government direct plans, representational votes, and a way of knowing exactly what our student body wants. I could leave that meeting knowing full-heartedly that I can go to a higher power and start on my mission immediately. I can tell people at the meeting, this will be done in a certain time frame, and they can know exactly what will be done. These public forum meetings will break down the barrier, which has been done plenty of times in politics. Meeting with constituents and meeting with other government officials will ultimately tie our community together and make us a better family here. I think that I am the best candidate to be governor of the MacArthur campus for 2015 and 2016 because I embody a characteristic called leadership. Leadership involves two different words. There's transparency and there's hard work ethic. Transparency is knowing that once I have a plan in my hand and all of my student government is on the same page, that my student body knows the exact way that that plan will be come to fruition and our goals will be met. The individual points on that plan would be viewable by everybody. The plan could be followed and everybody would know exactly what's happening. The other point is hard work. I want everybody to know that as soon as the doors close and I go behind the scenes, I'm working hard at my goal and what was given to me. And I feel a sense of pride in whatever's handed to me and said that it needs to be done. Basically, what both of these embody is the ability to gather the opinions of who it's necessary to have. And to not only take those opinions, but to form them into a mold that could make our community grow. That's my whole campaign, and that is my point in a nutshell. I will be the best candidate on this board, mainly because I'm going to take every single person in this room, and I'm going to make you bigger and better, and a better part of a bigger whole that we have already set up here. Our potential here at the MacArthur campus is unrivaled. There's a cap on it right now, but I'm looking to remove that cap and make sure that every single person that ever comes to this school again knows exactly what our class and our set of 4 different classes did for this university.
So I actually want to approach this question differently. I do not think any of us here are underqualified. However, I believe we have different visions, different passions, different motivations, or different ideas for this campus. That being said, I think my passion and my vision for this campus originates from the opportunities that you guys have given me. You guys have allowed me to go lobby at the Capitol. This campus has also allowed me to work at the Dean Suite. This campus has allowed me to do various different things. So that's where my passion and motivation come from. However, I think it is important to know that it's not just about the positions you hold or the experiences you've had. I think value, traits, and character are also very important when selecting a good governor. Some of the values that I live up to every single day are things like loyalty, duty, respect, honor, selfless service, personal courage. I believe you have to set the example. If you want someone to do something, you have to do it yourself. If you want people to attend your program, then attend those of others. If you want someone to be there on time for your meeting, then be there on time. So that is basically what drives my motivation, my passion, my character. And if you like my passion, my vision, then I encourage you to vote and allow me to continue to represent you and serve you this upcoming year. Thank you.
I want to be your next MacArthur campus governor because I have experience. For the last 2 years, as I referred to in my opening statement, I've been working towards this goal of becoming your MacArthur campus governor. As a freshman, I planned and executed TEDx FAU 2014. This involved leading a committee of 8 people, training and gathering 10 speakers, and presenting to the stage TEDx FAU 2014. This year, as Chief of Staff, I've worked hand in hand with Mumby to make student government outstanding and to work for you guys. These are the reasons that you should vote for me. The reasons that I'm running for to be governor is because I see the impact that student government has on each of your lives. I see the college memories that we create every time we put on an event. I see that student government matters and the role that we play in the college experience and the FAU experience and the MacArthur campus experience. I see this and I care, and I care. I care that we have such an impact and we manage such huge budgets, and we have such a role in your lives. And I see this and I want to make that role important, impactful, and positive. Not just sit around and go into our offices and kind of feel elite that we're kind of better because we're student government, but to invite people into our offices as we did when we had the housewarming party this past year. Things like this are the reason that I want to be your MacArthur campus governor. As you guys know, and as I've introduced myself, reaching out to non-traditional students is one of my main platforms for running for governor. One of the ways that I want to do this is to places on campus. Not just having events in the borough or in the housing courtyard or in the rec field, but having events in the College of Education or the Wilkes building or the psychology building. Different places on campus so that we can reach out to them where they are at. And I also want to restructure the way that we plan our events. Not just plan events like Halloween Ball or Spring Formal, but plan events that are really family style. And that's what I've done currently in my role as Chief of Staff when we're planning the FAU versus UF baseball game, which I hope you guys all come out to. That's going to be happening right here at Roger Dean. That's a very family style event. And that's why I worked with Mumby and the rest of the student government to make sure that there's free food available for everyone to come. To make sure that it's really like a family day at the ballpark is what I'm going for. So that non-traditional students who have wives, who have families, who have lives outside of FAU will want to come out to this event and enjoy it. Because they also pay the same amount of fees, the same classes, the same professors. They come out to this campus just the same way that we do. And they should be able to enjoy the benefits of student government. So things like this are the ways in which I plan on reaching out to non-traditional students. With my experience for the last 2 years, working hand in hand with the last 2 governors, I know that I have the know-how, the skills, and the exact steps I know that need to be taken to reach these goals. So that it's not just nice words or lofty promises, so that these things actually happen, so that our shared vision for the MacArthur campus community comes to life. Thank you.
Okay, so my plan for this is basically consists of 3 steps. First, I would make it my priority to get to know them, not just invite them to the event. Get a personal connection with them. I remember the first week of classes, as you guys know, we're a small community, so if you see someone you don't recognize, you're just like, who is that? So I saw 3 individuals and I was like, hi, I'm Selene. Who are you? Where do you come from? And it was very interesting to get to know them. One of them actually did something incredible and he went to Guatemala during the winter break, so I get to write a press release for him. And another one is actually pretty funny. He texted me the other day and he's like, wow, I never thought we'd receive a midnight text asking me to play soccer with you at 8:30 in the morning. So that was pretty interesting. So basically that is my #1 priority, to get to know them, not just invite them to events, but I feel that's the best way to mobilize them, to incorporate them in our campus. Step number 2 would be to continue to strongly support the initiatives by some of our departments. For instance, Program Board. Program Board has initiated by this idea of tabling by where the parking lot is and trying to identify what is it that you need, what is it that we can provide for you. So continue to strengthen things like that. Also Campus Rec. Campus Rec has been very successful with soccer. Not only do you have non-traditional students, but you even have community members. Continue to strengthen those traditions. And the third one would be have an open door policy. Make sure that as a governor I am very approachable, that you can come to me at any time, that I have time, and you can come into my office at all times. So that is the way I would incorporate non-traditional students, getting to know them on a personal level, and making sure that I'm always available for them and try to meet whatever needs they have.
I have a feeling that the staff and the faculty do so much for us, and we don't necessarily recognize it, because we're going to college, we're worried about what we're going to do after college. These people just have a job. That's pretty much all we think, is that they're teaching us, they have a job, they're looking out for themselves. But what we don't realize is as we're growing into adulthood, and as we're moving on into our reality of what's going to be our life. These are the people that are shaping our lives. We joked around about it in middle school, elementary school, and high school about how, oh yeah, your teachers shape your lives, but no. These people, the people that are teaching you higher education, are the people that are going to shape your lives, along with your family at home. The reason why I suggest what I'm about to suggest is to form a personal bond between those around you and those teaching you. I would suggest having a dinner once a year for juniors and seniors to attend, almost like a farewell dinner. You sit at a table with your advisor, you laugh about the experiences you guys had in class, joked about different things that were said, but also talked about the real experiences. And maybe your advisor could tell you something he couldn't tell you before you graduated. But after you graduate, he could tell you as a person to person for you to grow. And also, if we wanted to add a little bit of fun into this, we could promote this as like an award dinner and have like kind of jokeable awards for our teachers. Because what else is better than growth, or for growth, than kind of knowing that you can look at your professor, talk to him on a real basis, or her, and tell that person that I really care and I really thank you for making me who I am today. And I feel like that dinner is going to suit that purpose and drive that nail home completely.
So I think this kind of goes along with setting the example. In order to do this, you need to first develop this network with people. In order to mobilize them and bring them together, you need to be the connection. And I think I've done that at a personal level. For instance, working at the dean's office, I get to work hand in hand with faculty and staff all the time. From our professors to people in the mailroom to custodial staff, I get to work with them on a day-to-day basis. Not only that, but also through different ceremonies like our medallion ceremony or a name scholar ceremony, I've gotten a chance to work with people at the office of the provost. So I think this is important to develop that connection first, and then incorporate it into the campus and university-wide level. I was looking at the calendar and I see that we're about 6 weeks into the semester, and out of those 6 weeks, I've been down to Boca 5 times. So not only have I developed a connection with faculty and staff here, but also down in Boca. And I think that is important. And the student part, I'm a student myself, so I understand what it is to be a student. So in order to incorporate all these three, I would like to continue those traditions, like the faculty and student softball game, and create new ones. Not only that, but also invite the professors to our events. Let them know, hey, we're having this. Hey, this has to do with poetry. Dr. Surgeon, would you like to come? It would be a great thing. Dr. Tunick does this a lot. He's very supportive of the Pre-Law Society. So that is how I would try to incorporate this. Invite them, enhance the relationship, and make them feel like they can come to our events and develop that network.